Hey, g'day everyone, it's Tavern from SL Colonies, and today I'm going to be showing you the social stone and how it works. I'm here in the main store's Tavern. Found it appropriate to show you how exactly the social stone would operate in a tavern environment or any other environment that you would feel would have a event type of gathering location. So this here is our social stone. Now, as usual with all our products, now you can modify to your heart's content. So inside here we have a main prim hidden in here. So if you want to, you can go ahead and modify it, unlink it from this and add it to your own mesh and so forth. So you don't have to use this if you don't want to, but you can. Now, as we say, if you do modify this, make sure that this prim that is in here, this invisible prim, is the main prim when you relink everything, otherwise the scripts will disable. Do not remove the scripts from in here, even though they are copy. If you remove them and put them in any object that is not owned, is not created by Dracus or SL Colonies developers, you will not be able to use the scripts. They will deactivate and be disabled. You'll have to relink everything to get them working again. So when I say they're modifiable, I'm going to head over to another sim to give you an example of one that has been modified already, and we're going to go to Kai Momoko's, one of our members. His sim is Kimura Kraken Cove. So we'll go over there, I'll teleport over there, and then I'll fast forward the video to where I get to the social stone they've created. It's not really a stone anymore, but I thought you would appreciate it. So here we are, and I will fast forward from here. Alright, here we are, all loaded up in Kimura. And here we're going to show you, I may have said that wrong, it's Kimura, or I think it's Kimura. So here's a gathering area that they have created here. They do have a sake barrel here, so you can drink and socialise. I will explain to you how that works in a moment. Basically, as you can see, this is now, they've called this the social fire. They've renamed it, they haven't called it the social stone, called it the social fire, and it works just the same way. I can click on this and get the menus, and I'll explain how that works in a moment. Basically, you have new stats in your HUD, so if you go to HUD and go show stats, you have new stats that are showing in your HUD, including drunk and social, up to 100 social points. Now when you click on the social stone or fire, whatever they've called it, you can decide to click stone or points. If you click stone, every 5-minute ticker you'll receive 1 social point per person or so that is around the same area. If it's only one person, you won't gather any social points. You can't really be by yourself to do it. You need others around you, and there has to be more than 2 people to start getting more than 1 social point per ticker. If there's only 2 people, you only get 1, so it's a very slow process. You really want to be doing events in a tavern or around a place like this one where you can play games together, have a conversation, maybe a sword tournament, archery, things like that. If you click points, basically that'll convert, it will make your social points activated in a way that you can use them instead of your energy when working. And I'll show you how that all works when we get back in the tavern. So I'm just going to teleport back to the tavern. I shouldn't need a pass for this. Might be a bit loud when I teleport, apologies. So here we are back in the store. And we're going to pretend that there is an event happening live. I've brought in all the bots that I own, the SL Colonies bot, Ania, which is who we're using for the counter Earth, and she's singing over there, and I've got Haytors, which is one of my alts that I use just for testing things. So I'm going to take a seat here on the bar, and I'm going to find the social stone, which is over here, and click on the stone. And because this is already my home, I've already set this as my main stone, it automatically selected the stone option for me, not the points option for me. Okay, so it will socialize in 4 minutes and 48 seconds. If no one's here, it's not going to give me anything, it's not going to be any benefit. But I'm going to go ahead and get my other guys to click on the stone while I'm talking, Alright, so here we are. I've had Hators and both the bots here, who happen to be called support bots. So it's good to see that you can have multiple people with the same display name, it's not username, working on this. So now in 3 minutes, you'll see that I will receive social points. Now a couple things to note about the social stone is that you need to be within 32 meters of its range for it to work. I'll move this chat over so you can see what happens. Clear chat. Whoops. So you can see what happens in that timer. Now, you need to be within 32 meters. Every 5 minutes, the social stat will tick. Now that there's 4 people, I believe I'll receive either 3 or 4 points for this round. And also, there is a trivia game that plays in the background. And if you answer the question correctly, you'll get a bonus 5 social points per correct answer. So that will increase your social points here much quicker. Also, what you can do is, and this is why I have a mug of, I believe it is vodka that I've refilled last time, and you can drink this, and the higher your drunk goes, so up to 100%. Actually, if you get to 100% drunk, I'll explain what happens there. But you drink basically, and so whatever the percentage is of my drunkenness, it will increase the bonus of the social stat I'll receive per tick. So I'm going to drink what's in my cup here. Now, when I said 100%, I mean you don't want to get to your maximum drunk stat. So mine is 80. If I hit 80, go all the way to 80, I will pass out. I'll die of alcohol poisoning, and my social points will get completely reset. So you really want to be sitting there at about just beneath that maximum point. Now, as you get drunker, you'll also notice around my screen that it's getting a bit darker. It's making like a vignette kind of thing around. It's part of the HUD. So if I right click it, you can see it's a circle. So it's getting darker and smaller the more I drink. My cup is empty, so I'll refill it. Now the idea why we've made it so that you get a bonus for drinking is the brewery profession. We found that there's no real demand at this time for wines and alcohols, other alcohols, and we found that if we do this, where you get a bonus, and it makes it quicker for you to receive social points so that you can go back and do your work on your land, it will create a demand for alcohols. So we've got 25 seconds left before I get some points here, so I'll try and sneak in a few more. Drunk's dropped a bit and then gone back up a bit, so try and sneak in a few more before that timer and see if I get 4 or 5. I should get 5, I think. I'm not sure, don't quote me. The more people, obviously, the better. See, now it's getting harder to see, and I can't interact with anything outside of that circle. So I've received 3 social points. There's 4 of us on this stone, and I am, say, 50% drunk on my stat. I haven't seen any trivia questions pop up yet, but I'm going to assume it will. Yep, here it goes. So after the first tick, trivia will start. So the first trivia question will come in 4 minutes and 8 seconds. And the next socializing point is in 4 minutes and 36 seconds. I may as well explain to you how what is the purpose of getting social points. So I'll do that now. Let me stand up. I should still have some read. I'll return this. Oops. Return this to Ania. I should have some read on me. Read. Okay. There. There. I don't know if I've got more. Read plant. Oh, okay. Let's move these over. Bring them down. And we'll put another reed plant here. Excuse the mess. The purpose isn't to have, good looking stuff, but now the other one's gone to my lost and found folder, and I probably won't be able to get it till I log back on. But that's alright, 3 is enough. So, I've got my social points going, and now I want to gather something. I've got 13 social points. You should be able to see up here my energy is 143. Now I know that reed takes 1 energy to gather, so let's click on this and gather the reed. Now let's see what happens. You see that my energy has dropped by 142. It hasn't touched my social points. The purpose is that we want you to go to another social stone that is not within the same region. So you would have to go to someone else's sim completely and click on their stone, and instead of hitting that stone button, you will click points. So I've got one here that is only a test version that acts as one that's outside of the sim, but it makes it quicker for the purpose of this video. You won't be able to do this on your same land with you if you have 2 of these on your land. So if I click this, I can choose to make this my social stone by default, and now I'll start making points here by socializing here, or I can hit points. Now if I hit points, let me open my chat. Now if I hit points, your social points have been activated. So basically what that means now is now when I go to gather or work on my land, whether it's chopping trees, crafting, whatever, instead of using my energy first, it will take from my social pool. So let's gather. I will no longer earn social points once it realizes that I've gone into another land. Well, if it does, it's because I haven't gone out of range, because this is only a test stone that's in here. So it's taken 1 of my social points. Let's get the next one. It should drop to 11. Beautiful. So that's how that works, and that's the purpose of having to go to other people's lands. It will be set to, it is currently set to 1 for 1. So whatever consumes 1 energy normally will consume 1 social point out of your 100. So you can essentially say that my max was, I think it was 143, it could be 145, plus the 100 would be 245. Something else the social stone does is every 5 minutes it'll check that you are not AFK by asking you to press the same code that it's showing here. So I'm still here. It says I'm earning social points. We'll see if it actually gives me a social point. How many seconds have I got? 31 seconds. I'm not going to consider this a bug if it does give me a social point, because I am technically still within its range and it wouldn't have kicked me out. It could have, because I've clicked on activate. We'll see what happens. Pretty sure though if I click stone over there, then it will remove me from this one, put me over there. Let's see what happens. Another 4 seconds, 2, 1. So I'm still here, but if I go to another stone that is on my land and hit stone instead of activate, there we go, it appears you have activated another social stone nearby, removing you from this social stone. So I'll be removed from here, as you see. So also kicked out another person, and that would be because they had an AFK, one of my bots had an AFK check and didn't respond in time, which is what it does look like. Message, too many, yep. So I had one and she got kicked off. But that's alright, because I don't need them to be on for the purpose of this test anymore. So that's basically how that works. I'll recap. 32 meter range, it's 5-minute tick up per social point. The more people around in an event, the more points you will get per timer. The more questions you answer correct, see how it's shouting here, it's asking you got 30 seconds to answer, you get 5 social points if you get it properly. This one was Sargon II, a king of the Neo-Assyrian Empire, was a direct descendant of Sargon of Akkad, true or false. And if no one answers, it resets to the next question. If you answer, you get 5 social points. The more you drink and you get your drunk stat up, the higher percentage bonus you will get for participating in this social stone. To use your social points as energy, you have to go to another land or your own if you were socializing on someone else's land because they were hosting an event. You can go back home, hit your social stone, and go to work on your fields for free. Basically, you get another 100 energy, or depending how much social you manage to increase. And basically, that's it with the social stone. We may add other features to it in the future, but at this time, this is how it operates. You've seen how it modifies, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.